Hello, welcome to a new day. It's actually a nice day for probably the first time in about 8 months. It's still cold, but the sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. I'm just so excited for spring now. But hello, how are we? I hope that we're well. I'm okay, same as usual. You may have noticed that we've been working in some shop prep stuff in this video. That is currently what I'm working on in life, and I will be continuing that today. You would have seen me already prepping, like trying out how I'm gonna package stuff in the boxes that I have, and I've drawn a little label design just for my originals, a little bit of packaging that I thought would make a nice touch. So I'm going to do a test print of that now. So I've got these A4 sheets of, of 10 labels. There's 5 on each side, and I use these for my address labels on my orders. I have created a template of basically the outlines on Photoshop, which is what I use for my address labels to make sure they're in the right place, and I'm just going to do the same with these. So I can just copy and paste my design 10 times onto the page, print it out, and I've got 10 labels. I'm just going to do a test print with one label, just see how it looks. So I've got a plaque here in one of the bags that I keep them in / ship products in. So that's pretty much how they'll look when packaged. I think it's pretty cute. When I print the actual ones, I'm gonna make it a bit more vibrant and potentially the tiniest bit smaller, but I love little touches like that. I think that'll work well. Something to keep the bag closed as well. I'm just gonna print them now because I don't have that many originals anyway. So I'm just gonna do like a page of them, and then in the future, if I need more, just print more. Cute! So I took all the product pictures of my plaques the other day, and they're all edited now. I feel like I'm finally, after, how long have I been doing this job? Like 5 years? I'm finally just getting the hang of taking pictures of stuff. I've always found it tricky to take like nice, lit, clean, the right color balance, not too much highlight, like pictures of products. If you've been around a while, you will know that usually I have these big rolls of poster paper that are different colors, and I like to take pictures on those. But as time's gone on, like colors don't really match like the aesthetic of my work anymore because my colors change, and when you're taking pictures of things on a color, you get highlights of that color like on your work, like the light bounces back and you get like a blue, pink, whatever hue on it. So these days I like to use the magic that is Photoshop. I literally just take pictures of everything on my white desk, which on its own is a struggle to get the desk white in the background of your products. Do you know what I mean? Because white kind of absorbs whatever the lighting is giving off, so like blue, yellow, whatever it is. So I've given up on white backgrounds. I've given up on pre-colored backgrounds. So what I do these days is I take pictures of everything on the white desk, and then I go into Photoshop and I change the background color to whatever I want. Now obviously this isn't news, but I've tried to do it in the past and it's not worked for me, so I went off it. But it's just one of those things that you have to trial and error and see what works best for you. By the way, that is my cat snoring in the background if you can hear that. So these are all the product pictures that I took the other day, all my different plaques, and the colors that tend to go with my work that work nice as background colors are pink, purple, blue, and green sometimes. So I've pretty much just gone through and changed the background color to what I think works. Personally, I think purple works the best on all of them, but I didn't want them all to have a purple background, so I changed it up a little bit. So I thought I'd quickly show you how I do it, just in case you're interested, if you have Photoshop. So here we are. I have my original image unedited. All I did was crop it. Because I've got so many images to edit from the same session, so very similar lighting, I like to start with my basic corrections. So these are my basic corrections here. This just does a good job at giving me a starting point for every image. Just slightly lightened and a bit of color balance because it was looking very blue. Look on my groups, oh my god, these are all separate images. And then for each individual image, I just have one more set of levels just to individually adjust each one because they're all slightly different because of the fact that I was using natural lighting throughout the day. Then I just go to my best friend in the whole world, which is the Magic Wand tool. You want to select your background. So this can take a little bit of time because you want it to be all perfect around the edges. I like to have my tolerance up here at about 20. The tolerance is pretty much just how the tool senses the edges of an object in a picture. So if I had my tolerance on 40 for that selection instead, it's gonna sense the pixels a lot closer in and do a better job of selecting my edge. That's only because it's a harsh edge. If this was like pale pink, I might want to even change it to a 10 tolerance, because otherwise it's gonna be selecting my plaque, which is not what I want. Your other best friend is the quick selection tool, so that you can go in and get really specific around the edges. So plus is what we want selected, minus is when we want to deselect. I feel like I'm doing a Photoshop 101 class. Anyway, pretty straightforward. You probably already know how to do that. Next, paint bucket tool, new layer, pick a color, any color, fill it in, deselect, and then come down to your layer, and I just turn the opacity down to like 40-ish, so that you get the hue in the background and you can still see the shadows. It doesn't look too digitally altered. Because you've turned the opacity down, you might want to deepen the color, just so that it's more prominent. For this one, I went for a pink background, 100% opacity, 40% opacity, and then repeat on as many pictures as you like. And now, speaking of more shot prep, I have this little canvas board I've been working on, and I really want to try and get it finished soon because I think I want to make a print out of it. I haven't done an A5 print in a long time and just really want to. They're easier to print, pack, ship, everything than bigger ones. And I just think it's a preferable size for people that buy print. And I really wanted to do another canvas print where it's drawn traditionally and scanned and made into a print, like I did with Space Cat and a few other prints back in the day. I just love how they turn out because you can see all of the canvas texture, and just a bit more fun and interesting for me to make, I suppose. So let's try and get him done so we can make some prints. Hello, it's the next day and I finished my canvas. I finished it off camera last night / this morning. So the plan is now to scan it in. However, there is a cat on my printer. Cats hate to see me working, honestly. Then I'm probably gonna have to do some tweaking in Photoshop and sort the edges out. This canvas isn't perfectly rectangular, it's a bit kind of curved at the bottom and down this side. So once I've sorted that all out digitally, I can do some test prints. So I'm gonna have to move this cat. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to go on Photoshop now and do my best to get the file print ready. It looks pretty good, honestly. It's just, as you can see from the grid lines, it's not exactly a perfect rectangle. Okay, so all I did was, as you saw, I literally just chopped all the edges off to make it a perfect rectangle. I also chopped off slightly more of the edges than the top and bottom because the canvas board is quite a bit like shorter than it is wide to fit on an A5 piece of paper. I've had this issues before as I've made these into prints before. So as you can see the difference here, just to make it fit the space a little better. So I've not adjusted the colours, the exposure, the brightness, anything. Typically I have to deepen everything, but I'm going to do a test print just to get like a starting point, and then we'll go from there. That is not looking too bad. I think the whole thing could do with being a bit punchier, so see what we can do. Not quite, still not dark enough. And now this green is too dark. I have done a bunch of test prints. Been fiddling around with it, and I just need to print it on a bigger scale now to see if it looks any good. So I'm gonna do like a full size test print A5. I have a feeling I might have altered it too much so that it might look a bit weird, so I might have to undo some of what I've done. This is why we test. It looks okay, it's just looking a bit flat in some areas, but the colours aren't too bad. I was really struggling to make the pink and purple vibrant enough, but I think I'm there. Just now the rest of the colours look weird, so like I said, I might just backtrack a little. I will keep at it and update you when hopefully I succeed. Okay, I think we've succeeded. I'm pretty happy with how the colours have come out. And now I just need to set up the file so I can print out 2 on 1 page, do a final test print, and we're good to go. Just getting ruined on the wall, so until I have some frames. Good day, it's a few days later. Colour-wise and everything, I managed to get the prints all finished. All I did after that, without filming, was just to perfect the placement. As you can see, it's not quite exactly in the middle. So to do that without wasting ink or my printing paper. Say hello, Obi. I just placed a white block over each image, so I just get the outlines and then I can adjust it accordingly, print it on regular paper, just printer paper, and I'm cutting them in half to make sure that they're even. And I think I've pretty much got it nailed. So shop update, I don't have a definite date right now. My aim is early April, but I'm waiting on some stickers to come in, so it'll pretty much just be whenever I get those. But I really want to get this video up. There's no point waiting around. I mean, I can let you know about the shop update in other ways, so I hope you enjoy. My next video will probably be more shop stuff, and hopefully when I actually open, maybe opening, maybe not, depends how much I film, hopefully opening. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to return in the future. I'm not going to force you. I am capable of a handful of things, but taking away free will is not one of them. Cheerio.